Welcome back to Tenza Motorsports. Today we're going to be doing my engine rebuild update part 4. Where's the part 5? This time around we have gotten some more parts. I pulled the engine apart and there were a lot of bolts that were torqued to yield, so I had to replace a bunch of the crankshaft journal bolts. There's some more bolts in here and some timing chain guides that I didn't know I needed to replace until after we had pulled it apart. The other thing that I got today was this. It's some cheap wrap. Paid like 20 bucks for it. It's gloss black, so I'm actually going to be wrapping the roof of the car black eventually. I might do a video on it. Right now it's a carbon fiber. I did it really cheap because the car originally was gray and I didn't want to paint the roof black because it's very difficult to do black paint by yourself without getting a lot of lines and swirls and stuff like that, because black paint tends to be a little bit more fussy. So I ended up just wrapping the roof with some really cheap carbon fiber, and I think it'd be really cool to do kind of a gloss black on the roof. So eventually I'll be doing that. Tonight I also need to rebuild my Vanos. I've never done one of these, so I will be pulling up the 50s Kid. His channel link will be in the description below the video that I'm watching to rebuild my Vanos. So I apologize if the audio is a little bit messed up. I have my heater running in the garage, it's a little bit cold. So the first thing we're going to be doing is laying out a piece of plastic. These Vanos systems tend to hold a lot of oil in them when you start taking them apart the rest of the way. I don't want to get a mess all over my bench, so we'll start with doing that. Then we're going to watch the video, get all the gaskets out, replace the new ones. I have anti-rattle rings that I bought. Those will be going in, and then I'll be reassembling everything and cleaning it up. At the end of the video, I will go over my experience rebuilding my Vanos and just kind of tell you some of the things that I learned doing it myself. So here it is, all rebuilt. Everything is put back together. Probably the hardest part about this rebuild was getting those gaskets off and then putting the new ones on. They didn't want to come off, and then the new ones were really tight, which is, obviously a good thing because you want them to fit snug. But they were really difficult to get back on without stretching them out or anything like that. And of course everything's covered in oil, so that didn't help because everything was then slippery. The rest of the parts that they gave me in my rebuild kit was these little caps here. These sit over top of these two screws here, which is a Torx 20, I believe. The other thing you get with this kit are these new crush washers. These go to those banjo bolts that sit on the outside that supply the Vanos with oil. So if I had to rate this rebuild in a scale 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest, I would probably say that this is a 3. The video is really informative and helped me out a ton, so if you just follow that video step by step, you'll get it done in no time at all. I don't think these wear out, but I guess Vanos systems have a tendency to rattle. I've never had any of mine rattle. The engine that's in the car right now doesn't rattle. I don't know what these were like in the Z3 that the engine came out of. I just got those in case since I was already in here. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up the rest of the way. I'm pretty sure this black in here is just burnt oil. I think it's supposed to be this color here. So I'm gonna continue to clean parts up until we get our engine block back. There's not really much else I can do besides maybe replace the piston rings. I can put the new ones on, I guess. But other than cleaning everything up, I am done for now. We're just waiting for my block to get back.